Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Umar, and today I'm going to show you a little program in Python. One of my cousin brother, he's going to appear in an exam, GCSE computer science exam for O levels in a couple of days. I think only 6 days left. He has exam on 10th of November, and this is a pre-release material of that question he might face in the exam. So yeah, but he couldn't make it, so he asked me to guide him, and I thought, okay, let's do it in Python. In this program, they want us to make a program for a boat company, riverboat hire company, where the boat company has 10 boats numbered from 1 to 10, and they are open from 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening every day. We need to create a program which will take input of what time you want to hire a boat, for how long you want to hire a boat, and then the third one is which boat number, which boat you want to hire, and calculate the money of the boat. What is the earning of each boat during the day. If you hire for 1 hour, it's $20. If you hire for 30 minutes, it'll be $12. And the next task is what time the boat is available, which boat is available and which boat is not available. The third task is calculate the money taken by all the boats and print a report that which boat was used maximum and which boat was not used for the owner. Let's get started with the program, because I will give you all this data in the description. You can read that and try to understand the program in detail. Yeah, basically this is for exam help I have created, so I hope you can I think they ask you a question to write a pseudocode or draw a flowchart. So I've during my planning phase, I try to make a flow that how many while loop, how many if statements, and how many lists we need to erase, fix the problem and solve the problem, and make the program in a working condition. So this is the flow chart I have created. Actually, this is not a flow chart, this is a pseudocode, or in this pseudocode I'm only showing you the major while loops, for statements and if statements, and couple of input statements. So basically I have used one main while loop in order to accomplish all my tasks. And if you enter -1 here, -1, this if statements will change the value for switch 1, and it will exit the program. Once it will exit the program the flow will come on this statement. End of the day report will be printed by 3 for statements or for loops, which will iterate for 10 minutes each. Excuse me. Now let's go inside the while loop, because in the start I will set the value of switch 1 as 1. It will definitely go inside while loop, and all the current data, duration and timestamps of all the boats will be printed with 10 iterations of this loop. And if both has the value 0 or 1, this array, this list has 10 values in total, 10 objects, and each object can have only 2 values. 0, boat is available, 1, boat is already in use. So if the count in this array for 0 object, 0 value is 0, that means all the boats are booked. So we need to wait for a while, and we need to return a boat, and then we will be able to hire a boat, and we need to show the correct messages. Once this statement is not executed, this is not true, that means there is a 0, there is a boat available. We will take an input from the user. If the input is -1, exit the program. If the input is -2, return the program. If the input is 1, let's say I want to hire boat number 1, 1 minus 1 0, go on in this array and try to check, read the value boats at 0 index and see if you find 1. If you find 1, that means the boat is already in use, the boat is not available, show this message. Else, if everything else has been checked, the control will come on this statement. This statement means everything else been checked, everything is fine, you need to hire a boat and do it successfully, do it properly. Then I will take one more while and try to validate my input for minutes. How many minutes the user wants to hire a boat. If the minutes are correct, I will go inside one more nested while statement where I will try to take the timestamp that you want to hire a boat at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, what time. If all three inputs are validated and correct, boat number is correct, the time duration is correct, timestamp is correct, then I will modify all my three lists and enter the value and try to calculate how much I should charge him, $20 or $12, and enter in all four of my lists. List number 1 is for boats where there are 10 elements in that array telling me that if the boat is available or not, 0 or 1. The next array is for duration of hire, 30 minutes or 60 minutes. It also tells me what I need to charge him. Timestamp means it also has 10 values from 0 to 9 index where I will save that what time the boat was hired. Let's say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And the last array is for earning of each boat earnings, where I will save how much money I need to charge him. If everything has been done successfully, the while loop will execute again and it will show the data again. It will ask all the questions again. Once it will enter -2, I will return the boat. Simply I need to change the value in those lists, and then I will, if -1 is entered, I will come out from the while statement. I will show the end of the day report, and that's it, job done. So main task is done in this loop, and inside there are a few statements for and 1 2 3 4 5 different blocks of statements. Let's go on the actual program and see what's happening here. This is my program. Let me try to show you the running. When the program runs, it will show you the output like this. Total number of boats are available, all 10. Boats in use, 0. Rate for 30 minutes, $12. Wait for 60 minutes, $20. Exit, -1 to exit, -2 to return. Now let's see, select which boat you want to hire. Let me enter number 2. It says enter 30 to hire for 30 minutes, 60 to enter for hire. And it's asking me the next question, what time you want to hire the boat. I will say 1 o'clock. No. Okay, I will say 8:19. No. Enter the time again. Okay, I will say 11 o'clock. Now its booking has been done successfully. Number of boats available are 9. Number of boats in use are 1. Boat number 2 is not available for next 30 minutes. It was hired at 1 o'clock. Let's suppose I want to hire boat number, I want to cancel boat number 2. If I want to return the boat, I will enter -2 and then boat number 2. The boat has been returned. Boat has been returned. Thanks. Okay, wonderful. Now let's try to book boat number 10 for 60 minutes at 1300 hours. Let's go on the program now. We found one error. I will try to fix it later on. Maybe because our program is working fine at the moment. Let me try to explain few of the things which I have done. I have imported this time class, time library, in order to give some delay in my program. The execution of the program will create a pause, take a delay for, let's say, 1 second, 2 seconds. I will show you. This list has 10 elements, initialized with 0. This list has 10 elements, duration of hire. This list has also 10 elements, switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. I'm using these 3 switches, these 3 variables in order to exit my while loops. Boat number is input, temporary earnings and temporary returns. These are 2 variables being used. I will show you. Boats.count, what this one is doing, it is checking how many times 0 has appeared in this list, boards list. In the start, 0 will appear 10 times, so it will show 10 times, all 10 boards are available. And boards.count 1, how many times 1 has appeared in the list? 0, so boards in use 0. Okay, this for loop is checking board index 0 is equal to 0. That means the board is available. If this is not the case, that means it has 1, and 1 means the board is booked. Board is not available, and duration of hour has 30 minutes or 60 minutes time, so it will show me the correct time, how many minutes the board has been hired for. And at the end I'm showing timestamp, what time the board was hired, by using the same value of I, which is index. Well, let's go further. If boards.count is equal to 0, that means all boards are booked. He is going to check here that how many times 0 has appeared in this list. If he cannot find any 0, that means he will return 0. That means all the boards are booked, and try to find out what is the minimum value, what is the earliest board which was booked at the earliest time. Let's say the board was booked at 10 o'clock. It will tell me that that board at 10 o'clock is available after this much time. If he can find any board available, then it will go here and take an input, board number. Board number will be checked here. If the customer will enter -1, it will change the value of switch 1 will be is equal to 0, and next time switch 1 will be equal to 0, end of the program, and it will go directly on these statements after end while. The main while will be ended, and these 3-4 statements will execute print statements. These 3 for loops, I will show each board earning by iterating this list. I will show the sum of total earnings by this statement. This is a built-in function. Next I will go here and I will iterate one more time, and I will show earning of each board, if the board is being used or not. If I can find 0 earnings for any board, that means the board was not used. And if I need to find which board was used maximum, let's suppose board number 9 was hired 10 times and it has maximum earning, so this function will give me the maximum value, which will be of board number 9. Let's say it was $100, but I need to find the index, so I will iterate and I will see if what value of I is equal to the maximum value in that array, that list, and I will print that board was used the highest time. I want to show you one important rule, that how I'm going to make a reservation. That means how I'm going to show you that accomplish the task of hiring a board. Once everything has been checked else, that means we need to hire a board. I will ask him to enter the correct value for 30 minutes or 60 minutes. While will be executed here. Switch 2 is equal to 1. Every time I will make the value of switch 2 is equal to 1. It will enter here. It will check these statements, and then if the value is correct, I will enter into this loop, while loop, and I will ask him to take another input from the user, which is from a time from 10 o'clock to 16. If the input is correct, if all the 3 inputs by the user, the board number, duration of hire, and what time he wants to hire are correct, the control will be shifted in this block. This is really important. And what I'm doing here is, in the list, when you're using Python, you cannot just insert an object on the place of any other index. You need to remove the previous value of that index and then make an insertion, because if you keep on making insertion in a list, it will append your list, and your list will be 10 elements, 11, 12, 13. It will be the values will increase, and all your 4 lists will not be synchronized with each other and you cannot show the correct value. Yeah, so first I need to delete the value at index number. Let's suppose I want to reserve board number 1. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Delete the object in the list called boats at the index value 0, and then there are only 9 objects left in that list. Then I will make an insertion boats.insert boat number minus 1, which is 0. At 0 index, insert the value of 1. That means the boat has been reserved. Similarly, duration of hire, I will delete the value at index number 0 and I will insert the value of switch to. Switch to means 30 minutes or 60 minutes. Next, I will go down on this one, timestamp, what time the boat was hired, and I will delete the previous value and insert a new value. Let's say the boat was hired at 1 p.m. So I will insert 13 in that list. Now if the boat has been hired for 30 minutes, I need to add $12 in each boat earnings list. This is the list I have made which will maintain the data each of the earnings of all the boats. It also has 10 values. Okay, if the boat was hired for 60 minutes, I will insert the value of 10, but the main question is I cannot remove the previous value. I need to add. If the boat has already made $20, I need to add $12 in that. I don't want to delete the previous value and just put 12. I need to add the previous value. So 20 plus 12, it should be 32. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the previous value, save in this variable created temp earning, go in the list each boat earnings and read the value at index 1 minus 1 equals 0, because I'm dealing with boat number 1, and take out the value. Let's say the value is 20. Save 20 here and now delete the previous value. Now I have left with 9 objects in that list, and now I'm going to update that list at 0 index with the previous temp earnings here plus 12. So 20 plus 12, 32 will be added. This is really important that you delete the previous value, or you want to update, or you want to read the previous value and then update, because every time you insert you will append the list. You don't want to append it. You want to keep your list exactly to the 10 objects so that you can iterate and read the values correctly. Yeah, so if you guys have any other question, read the program. I will give you all the code also in the description. You can run it. If you have any question, if you want me to make another program, let me know. I will try to guide you, and good luck with your exams. And if you like my program, if you like my effort, please subscribe to my channel and thumbs up for this video. Thank you very much. See you later. Cheers. Bye bye.